And the reason I don't think that's going to work is this slant. Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we sink our roots deeper and refine our off-grid life here on our 10 acres in eastern Oklahoma. Hey y'all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So I'm going to try to work on our porch project today. I know I can't get it done. It's just, it's almost 2:30 Friday, and I've got off work early. I got the truck taken care of and that part fixed, which is great. I hate car troubles. Anyway, that's fixed, and I've got time to kill. So I want to try to work on this project. I've got today and tomorrow that I can work, so we're going to see if we can get this done. I had different plans, but that changed when I put this piece of metal up here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So when we had this metal cut, we had it cut at 6 feet, and I really don't want to mess with cutting it back any. I could, but I don't think I'm going to. At one point, I thought about having this metal come down and having it go about 6 inches or so over that roof. That way the water would come down and fall onto that roof over there for that little section of the walkway. But now that I've got this up here, I don't think that's going to work. And the reason I don't think that's going to work is this slant. Right now it is about slanted perfect with the top part of the roof there. And I don't want to make this go up, because then you could possibly get a dip in the middle, and I don't want that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and let it come down to here. Because I don't want to cut this board though, I think I'm going to move the 4x4, which I was going to put right about there. I'll probably move it to maybe here. I'm trying to determine. It might be right next to it, somewhere through there. All right, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to put my first base right there, which isn't too far off. You can't really see it anymore, but the initial plan was to put it right here, and I'm only moving it back 4 inches maybe. So I did stop to think, thankfully, because I don't always do that beforehand. I knew where I pretty much wanted that one. And I actually, the little line I had drawn, the square around where I wanted that pole was not square. So I realized I want to make sure I know how far that one is from the building's porch, not the one we added on. So I took the tape measure to the gap in the wood on the first one inside the porch there and measured out to 56 inches. And I've done the same here. So you can see we added this porch on, and this one came with the building. So I've put it there to bring it out to 56 inches. That way I know these two from the building themselves are the same distance away. So when I put those in, I can put my 4x4s up. That should keep me the same distance from the ridge that I'm trying to connect everything to. That should allow the guttering to have that couple inch overhang that I'm really wanting. Should. We'll see how this thing all works out. Well, I'm making some progress back there. It's been slow, but since I really don't know what I'm doing, I guess it's not too bad. So you can see I've cut that 2x6 in the same angle as the roof there. At the moment, I still only have it clamped. But it's going to come to this 4x4 and it's going to be cut off flush with the 4x4, just like we did on the other side over there. And then I'll put a 2x6 between these two, and then I'll have several of these going up. So I think the next plan is to go ahead and take the little metal and 2x4 I got clamped over there down, make sure this same cut works over there like it's going to work here, and if it does, I will get this end cut off. I need to check one last time. You know what they say, measure twice, cut once. My love affair with these clamps just continues. So I've got a 1x4 clamped up at the top to make sure that when I put my 1x4s across widthwise to put the metal on top of, I've got enough gap to be able to slide underneath the metal that's up there. I've got that piece clamped to the 4x4. I've got a stabilizer piece between the two tall 4x4s, and then I've got a 2x6 pretending to be a front piece to help make sure I've got everything situated where it needs to go. So next up, I'm going to take that 2x6 front piece off, mark my line so I know where to cut. Then I'm going to take this board to the other side and make sure everything lines up there like it's supposed to. If it does, we're good. I'll make another one just like this. Actually, I'll make several more like this, 4 more like that. And then put the front piece on and see about putting some of these up. Maybe. At least put the front piece on. We're making progress. All right, let's see about this. I forgot my level. Well, that's going to work. Let me attach this side, and then we will see about leveling it out some more. I forgot though that I want that 2x4 or 2x6 on the outside. Hey look, a clamp. I really need to buy some more of these. Well, it's 4:45 and I've got the crossbeam up. Okay, just double checking. When I turned around and looked, it did not look level, but they are. So I've got the crossbeam up, I've got my uprights up, I've got my boards cut to go up to the top of the roof. I don't have a way really. I have an idea on how I'm going to attach it to the roof, but I don't really have a way to do that yet. So I may just brace things up and call it good for this evening. So our plan is to go to town. I want to get some dirt so I can start working on the garden. I hear you, JC. Because I need to get stuff for seed starting. I need to get stuff for garden, some compost, manure, all the things for the garden, including seed starting materials. So we're going to go do that. So I'm going to call it quits this evening, but I'm going to shore this thing up just in case we get some crazy windstorm. This one is good. These are connected. I just want to do something over here. Yes, JC, we hear you. I want to do something over here just so I don't have to worry about it. And then I'll get my tools picked up and we'll call it a night. All right, that's going to do it. So tomorrow, I would really like to get my brackets up against the roof and my 1x4s on. I still do not have a clue what's going to go up over here. I want to get at least the 2 end pieces up. I can lay some 1x4s across and try to figure out what we're going to do. The angle is still causing grief. Where the roof is coming down, where the slant's over here, they're at different angles. How are they going to meet? I don't have a clue. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next video. Bye. Take a look at this video. YouTube thinks you'll like it.